So, here is a fact you must know, and it could just turn everything you think about attraction upside down. Most women aren't even sure what they want until it's right there in front of them. That's not an insult. It's how people are. Psychology. Attraction is not often logical. It's deep, emotional, subconscious, and that's precisely what we're looking at today. This video is your alarm bell. We're explaining how to attract any woman. Yes, even the one who says she isn't. She's not interested because usually her disinterest isn't real. It's a test. It's a wall. It's her method of seeing if you're the same as every other guy or if you're the one who is different. Welcome back to the show where we teach men how to act with power, clarity, and purpose, mainly in their relationships with women. Because to be honest, nobody told us this stuff when we were young. You're left confused, wondering why you're ignored, why your nice intentions don't work, why your good heart gets you left on red. If you've ever thought you weren't her type or that she rejected you without even giving you a proper chance, pay attention. This video is your plan for changing that situation completely. Look, we've been told a lie, that attraction is immediate, and if she doesn't like you right away, you're finished. It's over. But here's the unpopular truth most guys don't hear. Women are more affected by how you act than by how you look, what you have, or even what you talk about. Confidence, unpredictability, emotional control. These are not just popular words, they're subconscious triggers. Signs that show her you're a man of value, a man she must take seriously, a man she might be sorry for ignoring. Think about the average guy. He takes rejection as it is. A man of substance, he understands how to feel the energy in the room. He gets the dynamics. He changes perception not by pleading, but by being there. So, if she's distant, don't worry. If she says she's not interested, that's fine. You're going to learn how to answer in a way she's not anticipating. And the good part is, you don't need silly pickup lines or to act like someone you're not. Before you think she's too good for you or that her disinterest is forever, know this. You've simply never talked to her the correct way. When this video finishes, you'll understand exactly how to do it. Let's get started. 1. Ignore her beauty. Study her behavior. The main shift you need to make: ignore her beauty and study her behavior. This could be the most essential step of all. The worst mistake men make when they talk to a woman, they lose their power just because she is beautiful. Let's be sure, beauty by itself means nothing. Every guy is after her for how she looks, but hardly anyone is looking at how she behaves. That's where you succeed. When you ignore her beauty and concentrate on her behavior, you regain control. You stop caring about her appearance and start understanding her energy. Is she polite? Does she pay attention when someone else talks? Is she nice to people who can't help her? These are the signs that matter. These are the messages that tell you if she's good for more than just a nice word or a DM. But most guys don't see them. Why? Because they're mesmerized by her face, her body, her Instagram page. But listen, women are accustomed to instant praise. They're familiar with men falling over to compliment them, to beg for a reply, to heart every selfie. So when you're the man who doesn't offer her that, it confuses her. All at once, she's asking, why isn't he after me? That interest, that uncertainty, that's attraction growing right now. Because you're not doing what's expected. You're not staring, you're thinking. And women sense that. Here's the real story. If you look at a woman only by her looks, you'll get a beautiful headache. But if you look at her by her values, her character, and her integrity, then you're acting like a man of value. Imagine you walk into a bar. There's a very beautiful woman at the bar. She's shining, heads are turning, but rather than running to praise her, you wait. You sit close to her and you watch. You see how she acts with the waiter. Rude, dismissive, no eye contact, talks over people, brags constantly. Now stop. Ask yourself, does that type of woman merit your energy, your time, your attention? Most men would overlook those warning signs just for a chance with her, but not you. You stand up and leave. That's true strength. That's power. That's the vibe of a man who doesn't ask for access. He decides who gets access to him. And strangely, the instant you stop caring about her looks, that's when she starts caring about you. Let the other guys admire her face. You study her character. Remember to watch until the very end, because the most valuable insights are coming up. 2. Act like you're the prize, not her.
If you want to right away change how women react to you, here's the second thinking shift you really must make. Change the story. Stop acting like she's the prize. You are. Let that get through to you. Most men live their life thinking they need to amaze, delight, and always pursue women just to get a shot, as if her attention is some award to be earned. But that idea, it's bad, and it's been pushed into your head since you were young. Consider it. Every movie, every TV show, every love song praises the woman, makes her the final target, the job, the prize. And the man? He's the one performing tricks, showing himself, wanting her approval like a lonely puppy. But let me question you now. When's the last time a woman had to deserve you? When's the last time you started a conversation wondering, does she fit my standards? Understand, when you hold yourself like the prize, all parts of you change. You don't run after, you pick. You don't amaze, you show. You don't plead, you judge. Women sense that difference immediately. When you walk into a situation believing she's the one who should be showing herself to you, your presence becomes attractive, stable, solid. It's not pride, it's self-worth. It's the quiet confidence of a man who recognizes his value and doesn't need outside validation to feel whole. And believe me, that's uncommon. Most guys fall apart in the face of beauty. They worry about every word. They put in too much effort. They display their skills. They act. But that's not confidence. That's self-doubt dressed up in false alpha energy. Real confidence is calm. It doesn't show off. It doesn't try to control. It just exists. And that calmness, that sureness, that's what pulls her in. You're not going into her world hoping she likes you. You're asking her to see yours. And whether she makes the cut or not, that's your decision. Here's a difficult truth most men don't want to hear. Women are always approached by men who act like they've already succeeded just by getting her attention. But when you're the guy who enters like you're the great find, she sees it. She appreciates it. Even if she doesn't say it out loud, you've changed the dynamic. She's no longer judging you. You're judging her. It's not about winning. It's about fairness. Because until you see yourself as the prize, she never will. If you're finding this helpful, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with a friend who needs to see it.
3. Approach without needing her to like you. Let's go even further, because this is where most men lose their power in the approach. When you walk up to a woman, what's your thinking? Is it, I hope she likes me. I hope this goes well. I hope I don't make a mistake. If it is, you're already losing your power. The most attractive men in the world, they approach without wanting anything in return. No approval, no praise, no result. They're not trying to win her over. They're just being there, being authentic, and letting the chips fall where they may. Most guys walk up to a woman with a secret plan. They want her number, her acceptance, her attention. And you know what? She feels that. Not on purpose maybe, but in her spirit. And women are very intuitive. They can detect that neediness from a long distance. It's quiet, but it's strong. Neediness is unattractive. Why? Because when you're too attached to a particular outcome, you become emotionally unsteady. You overthink, you get anxious, you act, you get small, you chase. And that stress, that worry, she can feel everything. But when you walk up like a man who doesn't need anything because you already have value, that's when you are different. That's when she moves closer. That's when your interaction becomes real because your energy says, I'm not here to amaze you. I'm here to be myself. If we get along, great. If not, no issue. I still walk away complete. That's confidence. That's power. That's how a man of value lives. And here's the most liberating part of this. If she doesn't like you, nothing is gone. You didn't lose. You weren't turned down. You simply found out that she's not your match. But if you go in needing her approval, you'll always walk away feeling turned down. You'll always feel like you're not good enough. You have to separate from the outcome, because when you do, you release yourself to be fully present, authentic, and real. Approach her like this. Calm, cool, curious. Not to take something, but to learn something. Who is she? What's her feeling? What does she bring to your life? When you do this right, women sense it right away. They feel your aura.
They sense your inside strength, and that's when the dynamic changes. You're not another guy hoping for her approval. You're the man she's trying to understand. You're not open to everyone, and that makes you important.
4. Flirt boldly, then pull back. Let's talk about flirting, and let's do it correctly. Because most guys totally misunderstand this part. They think flirting is about non-stop attention. Too many compliments. Giving her with charm like it's little pieces of paper. But that's not attraction. That's too much attention. And too much attention kills mystery. So here's the actual secret. Flirt boldly, then pull back. See, the key to creating long-lasting intrigue isn't how much you give. It's how much you hold back. It's the control, the pressure, the emotional fire that builds because you didn't give it all away at once. When you flirt, do it with your full attention. Do it with confidence. Be clear. Let her feel your interest, but don't dump it all out like you're aching for her attention. Lightly tease her. Make eye contact that stays just long enough. Let your body language say, I see you, but I don't require you. That bold energy, it creates pressure. But then, before she gets too settled, you pull back. You move your focus. You create just a little space, not to trick her, but to create room for curiosity. Why? Because curiosity builds attraction. When she feels you start to pull away, she's left asking, why isn't he messaging me right away? Why did he change the topic? Why does he feel so unlike the others? That doubt is your superpower. Because women are emotional thinkers. They follow flows of energy. If you're always the same, you become unnoticed. But when you break that rhythm, just as it starts to build, she can't help but get closer more. It's the classic push-pull dynamic, and it's been built into human attraction since the beginning of time. But don't misunderstand. You're not disappearing. You're not being unkind. You're just not giving too much. You're allowing room for her to wonder what you're thinking. You're creating a difference, a pattern. And difference makes your presence desirable. This doesn't mean you pay no attention to her or become far away. It means you flirt like a man who has other choices, who doesn't hurry, who knows that mystery creates desire. Because the moment she starts to feel like she has you completely understood, that's the moment her interest starts to disappear. Flirt boldly. Make her feel noticed. Make her feel desired. And then let her wait in the space. Let her feel the lack of you. Let her follow. Because when a woman starts wondering about you, that's when the true attraction begins. Don't stop now. Subscribe, like, and share to see how these techniques play out in real situations. 5. Challenge her instead of complimenting her. Now here's where we tell the difference between the men from the boys. Stop complimenting her all the time and start challenging her. Yes, it feels normal to compliment her. Her smile, her outfit, her laugh. You think it shows you like her. You think it shows you care. But too many compliments can make you look desperate, like you're trying to purchase her affection, like you're depending on her to confirm your feelings. And you know what? That's not attractive. Women aren't attracted to men who idolize them from the start. They're attracted to men who keep them interested, who challenge them, not in a hurtful way, but in a way that lights up their intellect, their confidence, and their ego. A woman doesn't want to hear the same old compliment she gets every day. She wants to experience something. She wants a man who can hold his position, who can have a different view, who doesn't give in just to stay in her good books. Let me be plain. Challenge doesn't mean fight. It means you have your own thoughts and you're not afraid to use them. Let's say she talks about a show she loves. Most guys would say, "Oh yeah, I love that show too," even if they've never watched it. You say, "Really? I couldn't enjoy it. What's so good about it?" That one sentence starts something. You're not being impolite. You're not ignoring her. You're inviting a true conversation. You're giving her a reason to explain her opinion, to share more. And now you're not just another guy. You're a memory. That's how you create emotional connection.
Because a woman doesn't just want your okay. She wants to know that you're a challenge, that she has to work for your agreement, that you're not going to agree just to keep the calm. When you challenge her in a fun, intellectual, or emotional way, you show her something special. A man with strength, with good morals, with the confidence to say, I see things in another way. It keeps her interested. It makes her experience something. And it makes her wonder, what else does he think in another way about? You're not there to be her supporter. You're there to be her partner, or better yet, her benchmark. Because when you challenge her without being rude, you access a deeper part of her attraction. The part that's not just about looks or charm, but connection. Not the connection that ends in a night, the kind that remains, the kind that stays on her mind, the kind that makes her wonder how she'll get your next compliment.
6. Make her earn your interest. Let's get one thing clear. Your attention is a special right, not a present. Too many guys give it away like it's cheap sweets. And what happens when something's too simple to get? It gets forgotten. One of the most strong things you can do when dealing with women is this: don't give away your interest too simply. Don't let her feel like she already has you in her control without doing one thing to merit it. Most guys show all their secrets right away. They overload her with attention. They message too much, compliment too fast, approve her before she's done anything at all. And the result? She loses interest quickly because there's no secret, no test, no reason to follow. Instead, make her try for it. Let her feel like she has to merit your hours, your concentration, your company. This doesn't mean tricking her or being emotionally far. It means keeping your place, keeping standards, and only giving more when she's shown that she values what you're giving. Think about the mind here. We value what we try for. It's true in jobs, health, money, and yes, even relationships. When a woman puts in work to merit your interest, she values it more. She doesn't feel she has a right to it. She feels part of it. Suddenly, she's asking herself, what does he want? Why isn't he following me like the others? How can I hold his attention? Now she's the one studying, changing, and trying harder. And that's exactly where you want her. You're not icy. You're just picky. You're not impolite. You're cultured. You don't give every person entry to you, and that makes your company feel special, precious, and attractive. The men who don't do this, they become the kind guy, the one she likes but isn't attracted to, the one she says is nice but never messages back. Don't be that guy. Be the man whose interest must be merited, because when she merits it, she'll always remember it and she'll always keep trying to hold it. 7. Leave before she gets comfortable. Here's where most men break the attraction they worked so hard to create. They remain too long. They stay too long. They become too easy to get, too expected, too steady, and slowly the fire dies. Let me be direct. You need to leave before she gets comfortable. It's simple to think, if I keep appearing, she'll value me more. But in truth, she starts to ignore you, because what's always there doesn't feel unique. When you're always free, messaging all the time, calling each night, always nearby, you lose your advantage, you lose your mystery, you become normal, and normal is the foe of attraction. Instead, learn the skill of leaving. Stop the talk while it's still fun. Leave the meeting when the feeling is still good. End the call when she's still happy, not when she's losing focus. Why? Because that moment of, I wish we had more time, is what keeps her remembering you. That feeling of not finished is what brings her back. You're creating emotional pull. You've likely heard the words, absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's not just a phrase, it's a plan. By giving her room, you give her time to want you, to think, to question what you're doing, to feel you are gone and need your company again. Most men never do this because they're scared. Scared of losing her, scared of looking uncaring, scared she'll find another. But that fear is what makes them hold on, and holding on is the quickest way to push her away. Real value is self-held. It doesn't ask to be seen. It doesn't stay close. It leaves a memory, then goes away. You're not going away for always, you're leaving before she gets accustomed to you. And in doing so, you become memorable. You create room. You build pressure. You change the power balance. Now she's the one following you. Let's finish this with the direct truth. If you've been following her approval, if you've been messaging first every time, overpraising, complimenting without stopping, trying to be the ideal guy, you've been doing it all incorrectly. Women don't want a man who tries too hard for their approval. They want a man who has his own path, who moves with a goal, who makes them merit his attention. And let me add something that might surprise you. If you approach a woman and she says no, it's not a defeat. It's a victory. You didn't lose. You just sorted. You sorted out someone who wasn't matched with your vibe, your beliefs, or your goal. And that keeps you time, power, and emotional work. You're not for every person, and that's exactly how it should be. Because the correct woman, she'll be pulled to your freedom, your clarity, your strong confidence. She'll feel secure in your company, not because you're flawless, but because you don't require her to complete you. You're already full. So stop following her approval, stop asking for connection, stop making her the focus of your world. You are the prize, and the moment you start treating yourself that way, the play changes. She'll see, she'll sense it, and she'll want to be a part of your world. So leave a comment below. Tell me which of these methods felt right for you. Which ones have you tested and what worked? Let's create something true. I'll be reading each comment, replying, talking, because this isn't only about dating. It's about growing into the kind of man you honor. And that, my friend, is how you attract any woman, even the one who said she wasn't interested. If this helped you, support the channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video with your friends.